DC fans want Charlie Fraser to succeed Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. After her film debut in 2023's Anyone But You, Charlie Fraser recently appeared as Mary Jabassa in George Miller's Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Soon after James Gunn announced that the Justice League in his new DCU would be played by an entirely different cast, the fans started to speculate several names. After David Corenswet was cast as the new Superman, the fan casting for the other members also gained hype. Gal Gadot gained widespread praise for her portrayal of Wonder Woman in the DCU. She even had a threequel planned before it was scrapped by James Gunn. Despite being disappointed, the fans have been keen to know who will play the next Diana Prince. Now, it looks like people have come up with a new name who could be perfect in the role: Charlie Fraser. It cannot be denied that the actress who would replace Gal Gadot has to put in a lot of effort. There were several names in the mix before the fans claimed after watching Furiosa that Charlie Fraser could be the best fit for the role. Gal Gadot was first introduced as DCU's Wonder Woman in 2016's Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. It was followed by her solo outing in 2017's Wonder Woman. She continued to garner appreciation for her role across several DCU films before the universe came to an abrupt end with James Gunn and Peter Safran's takeover. Charlie Fraser has given a commendable performance as Anya Taylor-Joy's Furiosa's Mother Mary in the George Miller directorial. Although it was only her second film, the fans think she has both the capability and looks to perfectly fit in the role of the Princess of Themyscira. It cannot be denied that the actress who would replace Gal Gadot has to put in a lot of effort. There were several names in the mix before the fans claimed after watching Furiosa that Charlie Fraser could be the best fit for the role. Numerous fans believed that Zack Snyder had an incredible vision for the DCU. Although it did not succeed, the fans never stopped to praise his visual style and the casting. A fan recently claimed that Charlie Fraser also looked as if she came out of a Zack Snyder film. Many others joined in the discussion and agreed that it could be a memorable casting if it happened. The Australian actress has enjoyed a celebrated modeling career and has also been featured on Vogue Australia's cover. Many fans have taken over the internet to even claim that she looks like the Aussie version of Gal Gadot. James Gunn has not announced anything about Wonder Woman in the DCU yet. However, a prequel series titled Paradise Lost, set before Diana Prince's birth, is slated to be released on Max. The first film in James Gunn's DCU, Superman, will be released on July 11, 2025. Even though this fan casting has gained much attention on X, some fans also agree that the actress should be checked with a few more projects before such a gigantic role. It must not be forgotten that such a role would also come with certain responsibilities. However, if it happens and the audience connects, then it will push Charlie Fraser on a different level. Starred in the DCU film Wonder Woman 1984. Contrary to the number in the title, WW 1984 was a sequel to the 2017 film Wonder Woman and by all means, a failure. Well, look what the stork brung. It's Pedro Pascal in a suit in James Gunn's DCU, too soon. Let's dial it back a few years ago when Gal Gadot was a part of the DCU and Patty Jenkins was the director. The film ends with the world letting go of their desires and Maxwell Lord defeated. Since the film was considered a failure, Pascal's role as Lord was actually forgotten by people, until now. In the 2020 film, Pascal portrayed the role of Maxwell Lord, a shrewd entrepreneur who ends up giving people their dreams but, at a personal cost to each one. Upon closer inspection, the logo does look like Lord Maxwell's business and that could only mean one thing. The heroes are getting sponsorship. Well, quite true, but it could also mean that Pedro Pascal could potentially reprise his role of Maxwell Lord in the upcoming James Gunn's DCU film. A recent set photo from the sets of James Gunn's Superman was released on the internet. The photo featured the character of Mr. Terrific wearing a suit with a certain logo on it. But there are other updates regarding the Last of Us actor which might potentially mean that Pascal will not be available for James Gunn or the DCU since he has already joined the MCU. But on the other hand, it is too soon to confirm or deny that Pascal will indeed be reprising his role in Gunn's DCU or not. Fans really hope that Pascal will return as Maxwell Lord, but it entirely depends on Gunn and Pascal. Upon closer inspection, the logo does look like Lord Maxwell's business and that could only mean one thing. The heroes are getting sponsorship. Well, quite true, but it could also mean that Pedro Pascal could potentially reprise his role of Maxwell Lord in the upcoming James Gunn's DCU film. Although not many details have been revealed about the project, Stranger Things star Joseph Quinn is also alongside Pascal, and he has much to say about the project. In an interview with Comic Book, Quinn gave an update on the filming of Fantastic Four and how his co-stars were faring. "It's been a wonderful experience so far. We've got a wonderful gang on it with Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Eben Moss-Backrack, to name but a few. I'm very excited. I'm nervous, obviously. Well, of course he is busy working with Marvel Studios and geared up to join the MCU with the upcoming film Fantastic Four. Being a reboot with Matt Shakman attached as director, fans have high hopes and Pascal is portraying the role of Mr. Fantastic. Despite the conflict of schedule, fans are still hoping that Pascal might join James Gunn's DCU at some point in the future and reprise his role of Maxwell Lord. The 2020 DCU film, Wonder Woman 1984, received a rating of 5.4/10 on IMDb and a record low of 58% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm really looking forward to getting into it. The script is amazing. The intention behind it is... we're going for it." From starring in HBO's The Last of Us to portraying an MCU hero, Pedro Pascal is indeed quite busy and seems to have his schedule packed with upcoming projects. Connie Nielsen is making sure no one gets to play Queen Hippolyta other than herself. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Connie Nielsen is currently busy promoting Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2, and in her interview with IGN, she sent out a message to the folks at DC Studios. As much as we all miss Gal Gadot and her adventures as Diana Prince, it was actress Connie Nielsen who expressed her desire to keep Queen Hippolyta to herself. So far, there hasn't been any news on making another Wonder Woman film. Many fans were disappointed after learning Wonder Woman 3 will no longer move forward following the overhaul at DC Studios. As soon as James Gunn and Peter Safran became heads of the Empire, all plans for the movie were cancelled. The prequel TV series is reportedly in the works, as Gunn confirmed in a response in Threads. A fan asked for an update, and the filmmaker replied with, "Very active development. I have the dibs on Hippolyta, okay? Please, because I love Hippolyta. I love her so much, and I love those Amazons and that world so much. Honestly, is there anything cooler? Us in our golden armor riding down that incredible alley." The Danish star clearly states her passion for the role, and if ever James Gunn gives the green light on a new Wonder Woman project, she would volunteer to play it again. Sadly, the planned third installment never got off the ground, but there is still hope that we'll possibly meet the characters again in Paradise Lost. Connie Nielsen is currently busy promoting Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2, and in her interview with IGN, she sent out a message to the folks at DC Studios, as much as we all miss Gal Gadot and her adventures as Diana Prince. It was actress Connie Nielsen who expressed her desire to keep Queen Hippolyta to herself. So far, there hasn't been any news on making another Wonder Woman.